Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Wally, and today what I have for you guys is the second episode of my best classes in Advanced Warfare. Today we're going to be moving on to the submachine guns. Now, I know the submachine guns are a little bit controversial in Advanced Warfare. Some people think that they need a buff, some people think that they're okay, some people think that you're just using them wrong and that it's very more situational than it is in previous games where you can kind of just use them like assault rifles, but still, that's another commentary for another day. Hopefully this class setup guide kind of helps you out, kind of points you in the right direction as to how to use the submachine guns as well as what the best one is. As you can see, in my opinion, what the best submachine gun is in this game is the KF5. Much like the BAL being the first one that you get, the KF5 is the first one that you get, and in my opinion is all that you need. As you can see, it's got good damage, good accuracy, it's got a good fire rate, it's got good iron sights, which I don't think a lot of people take into consideration, and range, mobility, etc, etc. It handles like a submachine gun, it does its job. Now, the attachments, in my opinion, is what sets your submachine gun apart from all the others and is what makes it do its job the best. The first attachment that I think that you guys should be using is the foregrip. Foregrip, everybody knows what that does, decreases recoil, but more so decreasing recoil at close range. You don't really need the iron sights, you can kind of just hit fire, but it's those long range gunfights, let's say past 25 feet, where when they're dashing, they're exo moving, it can be quite difficult in the foregrip. Might just be able to help you land that one extra bullet, two extra bullet, which might do a little bit of difference. Now, foregrip will be used in conjunction with advanced rifling. Now, advanced rifling is your muzzle brake in this game. Even though it does decrease accuracy, as you can see on the left of your screen, in my opinion, that is a worthwhile trade-off for the increased damage and the increased range. In my opinion, that is what the submachine guns lack. They lack that just final ability to kill. I think they need to be buffed, just kind of like 1-2 more bullets less to need to kill, but again, that's another commentary for another day. These two I feel like will give you the best chance at medium range, which is where the submachine guns suffer. At close range, they're absolutely fine, you don't need to worry about that, but at middle ranges, the drop-off is too drastic, so I think these two attachments combined together means that even at close range, especially with advanced rifling, you're going to be doing extra damage, so you're going to be killing them a little bit quicker than normal. And with foregrip and that in conjunction, those mid-range gunfights should become a little bit easier and you should be able to use your submachine gun more effectively. Now, if you're particularly okay with the recoil, you don't think as though you need it, I would recommend that you put laser sight on. Just extra increase in that hip fire means that you might be able to kind of spray a little bit to get to that medium range and then aim down sight and kill the guy. Now, another attachment that I would recommend a little bit is rapid fire, but I'm still kind of testing out rapid fire a little bit, it's okay, I feel like, especially on like your Riots, your Detroits, and your Biolabs, because those are quite close range maps. But all the other maps, I wouldn't particularly recommend it. It seems very situational to me. It seems like you can either kill in, let's say, half a second, or you're just spraying, and you kind of hit an air, and you're kind of just looking a little bit stupid. Now, the perks, I feel like, are especially helpful in this game for the submachine guns. As you can see, perk 1. Perk 1 perks are all designed for that close range mobility. You want to be able to get as fast as possible, as undetected as possible. Low profile, invisible to UAVs is basically your ghost in this game. That means that you can be able to get around the map, because even at this late stage into the opening week of the game, when people are starting to figure out everything that they kind of need to know, UAVs are still the most prominent score streak put up, so you want to be able to counteract that completely. That you don't want them to know exactly where you are. This, used in conjunction with lightweight, means that you're able to flank them, you're able to get behind them, and even though, I suppose you could use flat jacket in the dominations and your momentums, but with the submachine guns, you kind of don't want to be jumping on the flags, you kind of want to be flanking, shooting them in the back, so I feel as though that is what perk 1 does the best, and what you guys should be using. No need for perk 2 in my opinion whatsoever. Nothing there can really help you out. Maybe gung ho if you're kind of like a spray and prayer, but this class is not designed for that. This class is more of a little bit of a finesse, increasing the negative aspects of the submachine guns and helping you out, because as I've said previously, the close range ability and what they're designed for, you don't need to worry about. Perk 3, kind of the two perks that all you need to use. Toughness, self-explanatory, we all know what toughness does, helps you again in those mid-range gunfights, and blast suppressor used in conjunction with low profile means that when you are using your exo moves, nobody's going to see you, and that you can continue to stay off the radar when you're getting above people, you're getting below people, you're dashing, you're getting out of gunfights, etc, etc. Your exo ability that you guys want to be using is Overclock again, all in conjunction with what Blast Suppressor Low Profile Lightweight is. You want to be able to move as fast as possible, get there as quickly as possible, especially off spawn. That's when I feel like you guys should be using your exo ability, getting to the left side of the map, the right side of the map, flanking around them as quickly as possible. This is what those classes all design. I can't stress that enough. It's all about speed and mobility. Now, you score streaks, as I've said in my previous commentary, just because you can put 3 different ones on doesn't mean that you have to. You know, a UAV can cost you 1,000 points, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So keep them low, keep them simple. UAV, universally beneficial for you and your team. I like to just run extra assist points. That way that every kill that your teammates get, you get, I think it's 10 or 15, I'm not exactly sure. But you get extra pokes. If you don't particularly like that, I would probably recommend speed or extra time, depending on whether you're more of a defensive player or whether you're a rusher. If you're a rusher, speed will help you out because you'll be able to identify them quicker, or extra time lasts longer, you're a little bit more of a defensive player. The second score streak that I like to use is the aerial assault drone. Now on this one, I like to use AI control. I can just throw it up in the air. I don't need to worry about it. It does its job. It might get me 1, 2, maybe 3 kills. It just goes. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to sit there with my little iPad-y touch screen and try and figure out what the fuck I'm doing with it. Just AI control, throw it out, continue, again, using perk 1 and your perk 3s. Just running. That's all you need to do. Now, the third score streak that I like to use with this class is the turret. The turret, in my opinion, could probably use a little bit of a buff. It's kind of weak. It doesn't seem to be able to kill them as quickly as it should. Maybe it's just that, I don't know, maybe the aim assist isn't as prominent on Black Ops as it was in Black Ops 2, excuse me. I remember in that game, if it saw even your foot, you were dead. Aimbot was in effect. But what I like to use on this one is the 360-degree turret. All the rockets and the energy, not that good in my opinion, but the 360 turret means that, again, people behind you, people in front of you, it's kind of covering yourself. Put it up in a top area, you know, a power point, or even put it kind of at the back of the map or on a flank route, basically. Just cut a bit of the map off. What the hell am I about? Cut a little bit of the map off. That way you know that your turret is covering the left. All you have to worry about is the right. So that's my class, guys. It's all about speed. It's all about mobility. It's all about staying off the radar, but getting where you need to as quickly as possible, and accentuating the poorer aspects of the submachine guns, that of medium range, because close range, they're absolutely fine. Medium range, they're a bag of piss. Let me know what you guys think about this class setup video or anything that I've talked about in this video. This has been ItstheWally. I really do hope you enjoyed, and as always, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Peace!